Hi, Patrick here, Half Cheetah Will View. And today we are doing something a little different. We are actually doing a collaboration review. That's right, I'm teaming up with another YouTuber, and we are going to be talking about a film. Of course, I'm going to let you guys, you already know, once I show you the movie, you'll instantly go like, well, actually, no. Actually, you might think of two people. It's just one, and but you'll probably think of two, and you wouldn't be wrong. But it is just one person. So the movie we're going to be talking about today is none other than Godzilla vs. Megalon from 1973. And I'm collaborating on this review with Casey, also known as Interwebkaiju, who, besides Ben, probably knows more about the kaiju genre than anybody I know. I know Cody's right up there. Jack Shelton's up there too, as far as the knowledge goes. I love these movies, and I tried to learn more about them, behind the scenes or whatnot. I don't know as much as a lot of people. I mean, not nearly enough. I mean, some people could tell you the whole. They could tell you who the puppeteer was on this, or who was the PAs, all the PAs on this movie. I don't know that. I just know the movie itself and some of the particulars. This is actually my favorite Godzilla film. This is the movie I love the best. Godzilla vs. Megalon. This features our good pal Gigan. Where is Gigan? Yeah, there's Gigan up here. And of course, the mightiest of all, Jet Jaguar. Jet Jaguar, wow. I mean, so much, it's so cool. So cool. So, I don't know if you don't know the story, it's fun. It's almost a direct sequel to 1972's Godzilla vs. Gigan, where Godzilla and Gamera squared off against King Ghidorah and Gigan and Cheetah. And what happens is, in this movie, they carry Gigan over from the previous movie, and they bring him back to this movie. This actually, Godzilla vs. Megalon, was not actually designed to be a Godzilla movie. It was actually designed to promote Jet Jaguar. But as the production went on, they got a little nervous about it, thinking about, would the audience, react to that. And so Toho Studios, who owns all these monsters, they decided at the last minute that they better put Godzilla in this movie. As you can see in the movie itself, it's a late addition based on how Godzilla was filmed. They had good reason to be a little nervous, because the Godzilla films, while they were still very popular in Japan, they were starting to fade a little bit as far as at the box office goes. In fact, Godzilla vs. Megalon was the first movie that dipped underneath 1 million tickets sold. So that was a bit of a concern to Toho. Godzilla was in full friendly mode in this movie. The movie basically is Cheetah still wants to wage war on Earth. I guess their feelings were hurt from the last movie. And so, I guess the Nebula people were upset. Well, now Cheetah is upset because of all the nuclear testing that we've done in the oceans, and it destroyed their land. So they decided to wage war on us surface dwellers, except they don't have the people to do it. So they whistle up Megalon, and they're going to bring him up and unleash him on Earth. So that's what they do. But Megalon has been sleeping for many, many years. And when he wakes up, he's not exactly the sharpest tool in the shed. So Cheetah sends agents over to steal a robot that was been created by a couple of inventors. The two inventors and the little boy that one of them has, they try to battle the folks from Cheetah who try to steal the robot, which turns out to be Jet Jaguar. Then what they do, the Cetopians, what they want to do is they want to have they want to have Jet Jaguar lead Megalon to Tokyo to start the war of destruction. The two Avengers and the little boy come pretty close to getting killed several times in this movie. The one thing about the Godzilla movies is that, well, you look at it now and you think, wow, so kid friendly and everything else. Godzilla, friendly old monster. Back when they made these movies, that's not the case. They treated these movies as science fiction. They're science fiction, and they treat them with seriousness. I mean, there's not very nice people, and they're willing to kill a kid. They're not exactly. It's not exactly the stuff you see on Saturday morning cartoons. So the Godzilla movies in Japan, while they were taken seriously, while over here we see them as they are, men in suits. Some of us. So back to the plot of the movie. The Avengers managed to survive the Utopians' assault, and they gained recontrol Jet Jaguar, and they sent him out to Monster Island to get Godzilla to help out. And then, and when that happens, the Utopians whistle for Gigan to join the party. So now it's Megalon and Gigan. Jet Jaguar, though, has all this time he's become self-aware, and it sounds like he was built with nanobots. I'm just speculating, of course, but it's fun to do. Because all of a sudden, not only does he gain awareness, but he also manages to allow himself to grow to the size of a monster, of a kaiju. So he becomes a little bit more like Ultraman, actually, without the 3-minute weakness. So, but since he's new and he doesn't really have any offensive powers, he's super strong. But he doesn't have any. He can't shoot lasers. He doesn't have any heat beams. He doesn't have any of that. All he has is just his mechanical heart, electrical heart, and he takes on Gigan and Megalon, and he gets a good accounting for himself, considering that he just became self-aware and whatnot. But they're starting to get the best of him now, and they're really pounding the shit out of him. When we finally Godzilla shows up. And now it's 2-on-2, and while this movie is 1 hour and 40 minutes long, and it takes Godzilla over 1 hour to show up. If you're there to see Godzilla, you're not going to see him, not until you'll see a couple of glimpses of him. But as far as Godzilla in action, it's not going to happen until the last third of the movie. But that being said, the last third of the movie is action-packed. It has one of the longest sustained fights in the series history. Non-stop, they don't cut away. They don't cut away for anything. It's Gigan and Megalon and Jet Jaguar and Godzilla. And initially, the bad guys get the upper hand. And then Godzilla gets pissed off, and he starts taking care of business. And Gigan runs, and Megalon runs, and at the end of the movie, the two heroes are celebrating. They're shaking hands. This is the Godzilla. This is the hero Godzilla. There's different times where Godzilla was mankind's friend, and then there was times where he was man's greatest threat. And this is one of the ones where Godzilla was a friend to mankind. So there's no cities being destroyed by Godzilla. They fight out in the wild, and the army doesn't attack him. That's one noticeable thing too. You notice about this movie is that while the Japanese that do attack Megalon, they don't attack Jet Jaguar or Godzilla, which is something I didn't really realize that until I watched it. When I watched this movie the first time, I actually saw this on TV in 1976. It was released in 1976 on NBC. They edited the movie out to an hour. This movie's 1 hour and 40 minutes. They edited it down to an hour, and they put John Belushi in there from Saturday Night Live, because he was doing a samurai character on the show, and so they had him come out there dressed like a samurai and acting goofy for an hour-long show. I didn't see the full-length Godzilla versus Megalon until years after that, until they started showing kaiju movies on our local TV stations. But this is a fun movie. I've always loved Jet Jaguar. He's definitely been my second favorite character besides Godzilla in the Godzilla series. He's been my second favorite character, even though he's only had one appearance in a movie. I know that they brought him back in the animated version of Godzilla they showed on Netflix, but that Jet Jaguar looks nothing like this one. I don't know what that Jet Jaguar is. I do think that he is an inspiration to, definitely you can see the inspiration to a lot of the mech, of today, like Robotech or Gundam or our own Pacific Rim, our own Power Rangers. You can definitely see a lot of the influence there. It's a lot of fun. Highly recommend it. It's like I said, it's my favorite Godzilla film, and I enjoyed watching it. And I want to thank Casey for actually sending me a copy of this. This is not easy to find, but Casey managed to find a copy of this, and he sent it on to me, so I'm really happy to have it in the collection. All right. Well, tell us what you think about your favorite Godzilla movie. I'd like to hear it. Hit the sub button. Hit the notification bell, and let's do that. And then, look for Casey's review, and then look for mine. We're going to be dropping it on later on today, and look forward to your comments. All right, from me and the Cheetah and Jet Jaguar, peace.